All right. Live at the Deland Police Department, where I've been trespassed from. Something funny just happened right before I went live. Some Quinn's maroon Tahoe right there. I think it just happened again. Captain Quinn's Tahoe over here. As I was walking by, an acorn fell on it. Which obviously, as we know, that's a very dangerous situation, especially for me to be here at the Deland Police Department. See if we can capture another acorn falling. But we're here at the Deland Police Department, where I've been trespassed from. I'm gonna go inside there in just a minute. Someone want to just let me know, can you hear me all right? Audio and video. How is the audio and video? I'm just coming into the shade here for a second because I can't see the screen. We're at the Deland Police Department, where we've been trespassed from. It's okay? Okay, good enough? Is it glitchy or is it 5 out of 5? All right, good. All good. Awesome, thank you. So we've been trespassed here from the Deland Police Department, but we are here at the Deland Police Department. We're gonna go inside the Deland Police Department. Captain Quinn's, I was pointing out a second ago, this is Captain Quinn's Tahoe right here. And let's see, Captain Quinn's Tahoe right here. And I was standing over here just a minute ago, getting ready to go live, and an acorn fell right on this thing, which, as you know, that could be deadly, especially for me, especially here at this department, because we know what's happened in the past. And Deland, at least the administration here at Deland, man, they would love an opportunity to acorn me, wouldn't they? So we're gonna go inside. I'm still a little kick shy. Full disclosure, I did come inside here yesterday. Not many people were here, but I did go inside yesterday, briefly. And we've got a lot of things to share. About the Deland Police Department. I've learned so much in the past couple of weeks. So many members of this department reach out to me in confidentially, because they trust me more than their own administration, because they fear retaliation. We've seen it. We've seen them retaliate, not just against me, but against their own people. Corporal Spires, remember Corporal Spires from this department, who now is medically retired because of what they did to him. They retaliated against him. We did a video on that a while back, and we proved that. But let's see. Let's go inside, shall we? Let's go inside. We have it coming here. November 7th, 2024 was the last time we went through these doors together. They still have their very Longwood-like, although Deland did it first, but the difference is Longwood is enforcing it. Longwood and Deland have a lot in common. Video and audio recording in the police department lobby is prohibited, except for law enforcement personnel in their law enforcement capacity. But yeah, I've learned all sorts of new information, things that have gone on in this department, things that are going on in this department. Here we go. Right inside. Are you nervous with me? I have to say, a little bit nervous walking through here. Just a little bit nervous. Hello. Good, thanks. That must be an employee, because hello, nothing in return but the door that she just came out of. Remember this door? This is the door of doom. That's the door handle. Oh, scared me. I'm a little kick shy coming in here, man. Doors open, especially these doors. But that's the door handle of doom right here. I touched that door handle and that kicked off all of the event. Well, and you know what? We did fight that as much as we could fight it. They gave a sham of a appeal hearing that they made private, which they can't do. It was all just a joke. It was a game, but I did touch the door handle. They claimed that I was trying to go inside or trying to access a restricted area. They know that's not true. This blonde was shutting the door in my face, and I was like, hey, man, hold on a second. That's all. But we're going to ask some questions here in a second. In Milan, they got a picture of Milan up there on the wall now.
Is that, it exceeds the limit, yeah.
They didn't have a picture of Milan up there before. If you remember, I hand drew a picture of Milan and put it up there before, but they took it down. It actually stayed there for quite a while.
But
I don't know who we have behind the desk today. Let's see.
it will tell you on the back of the check,
But
that's me. Okay, so
listen for a minute, because you'll learn a few things that I've learned here as we as I interact. Some things have gone on with the deputy chief. Remember the deputy chief who allegedly used racial slurs and committed crimes against some citizens, and then to protect his feelings, he had those citizens charged for what he did. But there's some new information about that too. And I hear that Deputy Chief Adam Kistar of the Deland Police Department, people inside this department say that he's boasting in there. He's in there boasting, hey, nothing's gonna happen to me. Nothing's happened to me. Let's do this. He's saying nothing's gonna happen to him. Nothing has happened to him. He said, oh, they haven't even filed a complaint yet. Adam Kistar, all I will say to you is don't count your chickens because they haven't hatched. I promise you. Remember this, save this for later, Adam. Then when you see what I'm talking about, come back and reflect. Oh, that's what he was talking about. Chickens haven't hatched. But let's see, I don't know what officer this is up here at the window.
Okay, thanks a lot.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good, what's your name?
My name's Officer Kelly.
Kelly, Officer Kelly, okay. You work here at the desk?
Yes.
All right, overtime. You usually out on the road?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Where's your badge?
My badge is right there.
Oh, okay, you get the whole thing off, I was just curious. You were an SRO, right?
Yes, I was.
Oh, you're not an SRO anymore?
No, sir.
What happened with that?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Nope. I came back to the road.
Just one day you woke up and you're on the road?
Yep.
So you were a school resource officer and then they pulled you back?
Yep, I'm on patrol now.
But you don't know why? You don't know why?
What?
You don't know why?
No, I'm not sure why.
You're not sure why? Was there an internal investigation into why?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? All right, well, I gotta request some records.
Okay. Did you already fill out the form?
No. I'm just gonna tell it to you. So, Officer Kelly.
Do you want to fill out the form?
No, I'll just verbally tell you my record request.
What happened?
I'll just verbally give it to you.
Well, if you want the records, you gotta fill this form out to get the records so they can process it and everything.
Well, I can tell you what the records are.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead.
Okay, the first one, you ready?
Yeah.
Any IA that's been closed involving Officer Kelly?
IA involving Officer Kelly?
Any internal investigation involving Officer Kelly that's been completed?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the record that I'm requesting.
You want records?
That's what I'm telling you. I'm requesting a record.
Oh, I said you had to fill out the paper.
But I don't have to fill out the paper. I just gave you the request.
Well, in order to get those records, you have to fill out the paper. So
What?
I can get to the record specialist.
Why is it that I know more about your Deland Police Department operations than you do?
I'm not sure, man.
Well, that's not true. So if you don't take the record request, then you're in violation of records laws.
All right. Do you need anything, sir?
Yeah, I'm submitting records requests.
Do you want me to go get my record specialist? Because that's who handles the records request, not me.
So you don't take record requests.
I do not.
So we're at,
You guys the form where it says records request.
so we're at the Deland Police Department in Florida,
Okay, and I give it to
and this
the
is
record-
Officer Kelly,
So
that says I can only get a record request if I fill out that form.
if you want to speak to the
That's-
records specialist, you can.
Is that what I have to do to fill out, to get a record request?
Do you want to speak to them? I'll go get them for you.
Is that what I have to do? Hey, real quick, do you know your Deputy Chief, Adam Kistar?
Yep.
You know the things he's accused of?
Yes, I know Deputy Chief.
Do you know that when I gave him a photo lineup, he failed that photo lineup? He couldn't identify the alleged suspects, which were actually his victims?
That's something you have to take up with Deputy Chief.
No, I'm just asking if you know that, that's all.
I don't know. I do my job and go home.
Yeah, they gave him a photo lineup, and he couldn't ID them. He said, "Hey, man, I can't ID. I don't know who these people are." But they still arrested anyway. Then they took him to do an in-person lineup of handcuffed people, So they broke all sorts of rules there, and that, of course, was for the crimes the deputy chief committed. And he arrested the other people, had the other people arrested to protect his feelings. But, so I need to get some records about that too. But first, yeah, I wasn't gonna, that was a new request. I got some other things that I need to put in too, but since we're here, definitely want to get that IA. You got that request, right? That I gave you a minute ago?
I can get to my records department.
Did you get the request that I just submitted though?
Speak to the record specialist.
Did you get the request that I submitted to you?
Like I said, I can get you to the record specialist.
So I lawfully just submitted a record request to you.
I mean, you gotta put it on the paper.
I do not have to put it on the paper.
Verbal. I'm not sure we-
Under records laws, I just submitted a lawful record request.
I can get the record specialist.
And you are required to comply.
Okay.
So you got it? No, you don't have it. You don't have it. So he says he did not, he's not taking the record request. He doesn't have it. Do you not have, they just stick anybody up here?
Hey, I'm John.
Hey, I gave him a record request.
Okay. Well,
He's-
we're the record staff, so if you have a records request, I'll take it for you.
Yeah, that's fine, but he's the person here at the window.
All right. What's the records request?
There's got a few of them.
Okay.
First one is any closed internal investigation or other internal review. Hello. Make me a little nervous, that door open back there. Any internal review that's been completed on Officer Kelly. We're gonna find out why he's not a school resource officer anymore. I wasn't suspicious until he said he doesn't know why. It better not be anything shady.
Okay.
Next, I think it was the 8th, November 8th of this year. Any reports of damage to any department vehicles or motorcycles?
So vandalism is,
No, not vandalism, just damage. It could be like self-inflicted damage.
what do you mean, like crashes or something?
I don't know that a crash report would have been done.
'Cause that's kind of vague. What do you-
Yeah, I know. It's only because I don't think they probably reported it the way they're supposed to report it.
So it was on November 8th?
Yeah, anything that would involve any damage to any department vehicles, any documented damage to any department vehicles. And the results of any,
Do you know where it happened at?
it should be in the area of Woodland in Georgia.
Okay.
And Captain Quinn, since November 8th, any drug test results that have come back for Captain Quinn? It is policy to drug test if you're involved in a crash, right?
I'm guessing so. I'm
Yeah,
not
I think so.
sure.
That's just an assumption. I didn't look up the policy yet.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And I would assume they're also supposed to write a report.
So any drug tests since November?
November 8th,
Okay,
the results since November 8th,
okay.
which was just a few days ago. What was her name that was here yesterday? I forget her name.
Baker,
What's that?
Birch Baker, the new records staff,
What was her name?
Birch Baker,
Oh, yeah, that's her name?
yes.
I thought she said something else yesterday. She's not, is she here now?
She's our new records staff, she's not in today.
Oh, okay, she said she was gonna be here today. She was looking into
She
something.
was earlier today.
Oh, she was, okay. She was looking into something for me.
Yeah, she put in a records request for you yesterday.
Yeah, she told me to come back and see her, cause she was like,
I gotcha.
she was,
What's her name?
did she put in the request for the,
I know she put in a bunch of stuff this morning for it.
I don't know, she was trying to look into the records, what is it, what the hell they call it? The fee.
Oh, the schedule fee.
The schedule, the fee schedule, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she put a request in for that, that's what I was looking
I'll
for,
check
but,
on that.
and then she got all the things with Deputy Chief yesterday.
Okay.
Did you know that he failed to ID somebody?
I'm not gonna get into what I know and what I don't, cause I'm just.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you work here.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to see if Deputy Chief would come down and talk to me.
You know what, I don't know if he's here, I haven't seen him today.
His car is here.
Okay. Again, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just telling you, I'm not saying you're stupid or anything, I'm just letting you know that his car is here, so I assume he's here. If he has him in it, that'd be awesome.
And when are you doing it? I need to talk to you
She just needs to get you away from, she just needs to get you away from the
There's
fire.
actually really heavy boxes that I can't move.
You want me to help you move a box?
No, but
Are
I
you
can
sure?
see it. It's a secured area.
Are you positive?
Do you want me to put these in for you now, or is there anything else?
Yeah, I just want to see if
ahead and see if
Adam
he's
will
here.
come down. Yeah.
I'll see if he's
Are you
here.
sure you don't want to help out moving the box? I don't mind helping.
I appreciate it.
Positive. You can give me a visitor pass for the day.
No, I appreciate it.
They would love that I offered to help.
I appreciate it, though. I'll put this in for you and see if he's here.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Kelly, you don't know why you're not SRO anymore? You know why. I wasn't expecting to run into that, so that's Officer Kelly. I didn't think he would be here at the window. Like I said, I get a lot of information about things from a lot of members of this department. I mean, a lot. And that happens to be one of the things. So I'm pretty sure I already, but see, here's another problem here at the Deland Police Department. At least the administration, there's your fearless leader there, the Hamburglar himself, Jason Umberger, Deputy Chief, who, remember those videos about him recently, the Slurpee altercation he was involved in. Allegedly, he's the aggressor, but had the other people arrested. Juan Malone, it's public record. Remember, that's the guy that trespassed me. He's growing a ponytail now, though. He used to have like a buzz cut. He's growing a ponytail now. I saw him yesterday. You'll see that in a video soon. Dice, you remember Dice? This guy, we just pulled some records on him, Captain Quinn. But the problem is, I submit these record requests, and a year ago, I was in here when I got trespassed, when Juan Malone came out here and trespassed, or had somebody else trespass me. I want to address that real quick too. He sent out Corporal Harris. Juan Malone wanted to trespass me from the police department as I was speaking to a corporal about legitimate things. He pulled him just so he wouldn't talk to me anymore. Brought him back there, then sent him out to trespass me. Instead of doing it himself, he threw Corporal Harris under the bus. He shat on one of his own people to do his dirty work. It was clear in that video when we stood right over here and Harris trespassed me. He didn't agree with it. He didn't want to do it. And I asked him, who's doing it? Who's telling you to do it? I knew it was Milan, but I asked him, he said, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, which is another indication that he knew it was wrong. But he really disappointed me, genuinely. I was really disappointed in Corporal Harris because he had an opportunity to shine there and to stand up and say, I'm not going to do that. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to do it yourself. And there's nothing wrong with him doing that. He said for his career, he's not going to tell me even who told him to do it. So he didn't want to throw under the bus the person who had just thrown him under the bus. His captain threw him under the bus and put him in a crappy situation, but he just followed orders. He just blindly followed orders, which, that's why I was so disappointed. But so when I was trespassed, short story long, I guess, right? When I was trespassed from here, I was battling them trying to get public records because they refusing to respond to public record requests, my public record requests. Ironically, a year later, that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. We still keep all these signs are still up. They're not enforcing it, but the signs are still up. We're waiting on them to see if anybody will come down. See if Adam Kistart will come down. But we're doing that again. They're still picking and choosing what records they want to provide, depending on what they are, and it's still a fight to get records from them. I also found out that my suspicions were true. They hired someone named Kevin Welty a little over a year ago, a sworn position to have a desk job doing records. So he's got an assigned unmarked car, a badge and a gun to sit at a desk and play defense for my record requests. Not just me, but anyone else who polices the police. Anyone who looks for government accountability, things like that. So that job initially was intended for someone else, but didn't work out. But that person was told, allegedly, by the Hamburglar, by the chief right there, that this position, your main role is going to be, the chief said, there's these people called First Amendment auditors. And He's not available? Did you tell him who it was?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, that's why he's not available.
What am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna lie to my deputy chief.
He would lie to you.
Oh,
He would. You should have just said, hey, there's a sweet old lady that's down here wants to give you a gift.
do you wanna be a sweet old lady?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again. Be like, hey, Twisted Luck left.
Yeah.
Now there's a sweet old lady with flowers for you. Let's see if we can trick
We're
him.
gonna go all the way with the flowers part.
Flowers or balloons, whatever you're more comfortable with.
Okay.
What you think we could trick him?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think we could trick him? Well, I appreciate you trying, but yeah, you kind of ratted me out there by telling him, of course he's not going to come down and talk to me. They don't come down and talk to me. They don't even respond to my record request.
But I'll put in your public records request, okay?
For clarity, when I come in complaining about that, when I'm talking about my record request, I know you guys here at this level. I know you're doing your part.
Yeah.
Don't make any mistake with whatever things go on and I say. I understand that and I know that.
Yeah.
It's when it goes beyond you,
Yeah.
that's where we run into the walls.
Do what we can.
I know you're doing what you're doing, and it only goes that far. Right, you do it and send it, and then there's a goalie up there.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, all right, well, thanks for asking, but next time, yeah, just tell him it's a sweet old lady. Otherwise, he's not gonna come talk to me. Thanks, you too. So anyway, they hired this Kevin Welty, right? Kevin Welty. That's my sunglasses. That's why I look weird. So when they offered this job to someone else, they said there's these people called First Amendment auditors, and boy, I stopped talking when she came up to the window at a real cliffhanger, huh? I had just gotten to the point. There's people called First Amendment auditors, the chief said to this person who was supposed to take that job. Your main priority, your main task is going to be dealing with them, doing whatever you got to do to deal with them, make them go away, make their requests for public records stop, whatever. Keep information from them. Your secondary task will be looking into matters with officers getting in trouble and things like that. Literally, and I believe it's a very credible source, that was said by the chief of police to the person who was supposed to take that job. It's in records, internal affairs, whatever, but it didn't work out. Kevin Welty has that job. So his picture's not here anywhere, I don't think. But when Kevin Welty started, right away, everything we requested, I would request a one-page document, $110. Identical documents that I've gotten before at no charge, $110. So I suspected that his job was to play goalie, play defense against me. And that's been confirmed recently. And they're gonna be pissed. These people right here, they are pissed. They're pissed at everything that I know, because they are mad that their own people trust me more than they trust them. Captain Dice, he sent out a long email to me and to his whole department investigating who it is that's talking to me. They're not breaking any rules. They're protected by statute in talking to me. They fear speaking up about all the wrongdoing because they fear retaliation from these people right here. So they come to me. And they even wrote me into a new policy. But here's what we're gonna do. So, Officer Kelly, I don't know, any of them might be watching live. So we're gonna leave. Officer Kelly got pulled to the back to get away from us for a minute. But there's some shady things to find out there. He was a school resource officer until recently. Now he's not anymore. And he said, you heard him say right here, if you go back and look at it, if you came in late, he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know. He woke up one day and he's not a school resource officer anymore. Now the details of exactly what happened, I'm not sure yet. I hope it's not dark and shady, but I'd like to ask him some more questions, but he's not gonna come out here as long as I'm out here. So we're leaving now. See you later. They're watching on monitors. So we're gonna go. Even though they're probably watching this, we'll be right back in. So Captain Quinn, you heard me pulling records about Captain Quinn too, who drives that maroon Tahoe right there. We're gonna go back inside in a second. Give him a minute to come back. But Captain Quinn, someone emailed me and said that they were out at a parade this past weekend in downtown Deland. And they said that Quinn, who drives this car, a captain, was on one of the motorcycles because he's one of the only people certified to ride motorcycles, because their own motor unit is not only the sergeant of the motor unit is certified to ride motorcycles. So when they need to show off their motorcycles, like an event or a parade or something, they have other people ride them. Quinn is one of them. But they said that he did something really stupid and dumped the bike. He dumped the motorcycle. And I don't know what this is right here. Dumped the motorcycle. And so technically, so always watch my back, especially here at this department. So technically that's a crash, right? That's a department crash. I'm willing to bet they did not do a crash report as required by policy. And I'm also willing to bet they did not drug test him as required by policy, which is why I just requested the records for the report and the drug test, because I know they didn't do it. Stick around for a minute. We're going to go back inside. We'll see if we can talk to Officer Kelly a minute longer. We're going to go around back first, though. And the chief and the other captains park around back. This place is like a fortress, so they have, how you doing? All right. They got signs everywhere. You've seen, if you've been here for a while, you know. If not, if you're kind of new, go check out the Deland Police Department playlist. Not all the Deland videos are on that playlist, but there's a bunch of them. And you'll see how they make this place like a fortress, just to protect themselves from having to come face to face with me or any member of the public that might ask a question that they don't like, or might point out some of their wrongdoing that they also don't like. So they have a big perimeter set up around the whole place, restricted area. They're approved for a wall, actually approved for a fence, but to put up here. And the whole purpose of that, you know what? Deputy Chief and the chief just left. They were, actually, who's that down there? They literally were just here. They were parked in those two spots right there, chief and the deputy chief. But anyway, they were, damn, I really want to catch the deputy chief. They might be back, though. It's kind of early to leave for the day. But they got approval for it to build a fence around here. And literally the only reason is so when they come out, when they leave, they come out these back doors and go to their cars right here. That's Juan Milan, Captain Juan Milan's car right there. They come out right there. And if we're right here, we can come up until this point. That's too close for them. They don't want to come that close to someone with a camera of mass destruction or saying words and sentences, especially when they end with a question mark. So they don't want to do that. So they're going to put a fence up, but they halted, from what I hear, because they changed their mind and they want to put an 8-foot wall up. Why? Because probably they're afraid I can still see them through the slats of the fence, or I can hold the camera up like this. So they want an 8-foot wall. They want you to pay for that 8-foot wall, just so they don't have to answer your questions. Policing the police, you find that the police hate the police. All right, we're gonna go back inside. I would love to catch Captain Quinn, but I would also like, so the Deland Police Department of Florida, Officer Kelly in there refusing to take a record request. He's working at the desk, so that's one of his duties would be to take record requests from people that walk in. But he refused to do it unless I fill out a form. He also said that he doesn't know why he's not a school resource officer anymore. Nope, he has no idea. And then he was going to take my record request until my record request was for the internal investigation into him to find out why he's not a school resource officer anymore. Then he got all whiny. But I hear it's not good, and I hope it's not bad like Damon Clark. Remember Damon Clark? Damon Clark kicked this all off. He still works here too. Where are we? Go this way. Go this way. just ran. That chair was moving. He just took off. All right, we'll try this again in a minute. All right, what do you think? I'm here in the shade for a minute. What do you think? You want to stay with me live for a few more minutes? Or you want me to turn off the live and just film some stuff? You want to stay with me? Let me know. I'm going to try to talk some more to Officer Kelly there. First person that tells me what you want. We want to stay live. I want to talk to Officer Kelly, and I want to see if we can get Quinn. Ask him about the motorcycle that he dumped. Stay live. There it is. All right. You're the first comment that I saw. So we will stay live. We might have a boring minute or two here and there. And honestly, that's the reality of this. Usually you see videos, we cut out all the nonsense, but sometimes it's hours of standing around. But we actually got right into it today pretty well. This must be Officer Kelly's car. This is Kelly's car. He does not have a legal tint. That's good. If this is his car, he's got pink handcuffs. Officer Kelly, do you have pink handcuffs? I'm assuming this is his because usually this is not here. And oftentimes, if there's an officer working the front desk, they'll park here. Oh, somebody's slamming doors up there. I made you angry? There's a little balcony up there. Somebody just slammed the door. I have had people come out there and gripe at me before. They ride motorcycles. Sorry, it's like really hard to see the comments, so I'm not catching most of them, to be honest. Not that I'm ignoring you, I just can't see. They ride motorcycles. They have a motor unit, and they do have motorcycles. I did a video about this too, but nobody's certified to ride the motorcycles. And they recently brought new people onto the motor unit. But it's not a matter of they haven't become certified yet, because the people that they just replaced that were on the motor unit were never certified to ride motorcycles. So Sergeant Marino of the motor unit is literally the only one in the unit certified to ride motorcycles. But what's funny is they still wear the boots, right? Even Marino, most of the time you see him driving around in a Ford Explorer. I mean, he's got those Ford Explorer riding boots. Some of them wear Ford Taurus riding boots. But I'm assuming this is, what's his name's car? Because it's here. But pink handcuffs, that's interesting. What else you got in there? Let's see. What does Officer Kelly have in here that he's left in plain view? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. All right, that's going to be warm when he comes out. Yeah, this has got to be his, because it's been sitting here for a while. We'll pop back in there in a minute. I would love to talk to this guy. I want to ask him about the motorcycle that he dumped, because he's going to be mad that I even know about it. Most likely, they're watching, so say hi. Hey. Hey, everybody from Deland that's watching inside this building right now, because they know that we're live. And they're probably watching, so they're seeing your comments. You can rest assured they're seeing your comments if you have anything you want to say to them. I didn't see that text. If that was, this is a public service, just text me. Somebody text me again, because it went away too fast. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying Kelly in here, though. Let's stop here. Yeah, so they know that I'm here. They keep slamming doors. I think now you're playing with me. Did you hear the door slam? I think now they're playing with me. They keep coming out up there. Hey, somebody, one of my sources, let me know. You don't have to do it here in the comments. Send me an email or whatever. But let me know what connects right, like who comes out those doors right there. I know anybody can come out those doors, but there must be, actually, officially, don't do that, because that might be information. All right, don't do that. Don't tell me anything. I don't want your administration to try to retaliate any harder and say you gave me layout information or anything like that. So don't do it. never mind, forget it. Because they will screw you every chance they get. He might not come back for a while. He left his stuff there though. That's Kelly's stuff. Right there. Officer Kelly, who's no longer an SRO. That's his stuff. I do have to submit another request, but I'm trying to think what it is. I left my list. So she pulled him just so he doesn't have to be up here. Like, come help me with a box. But he looks like he's if you were here when he was here, he seems like he's a real treat. Somebody just went out the back door. Let's go see real quick. Could be a captain. So we're gonna see who just went out the back door. Bing bong, back door. Thanks, I appreciate you guys being here. I know it's early in the day. Oh, it's Juan Milan. Juan Milan, say hi to the people. What's up, Juan? Hey, this public record. He waved at least, right? At least he's friendly. He's a friendly tyrant. That's the one who trespassed me. But yeah, you should see his ponytail. I wanted to show you him today because he's literally grown a ponytail. But when he trespassed me, he had like a buzz cut. Yeah, they're all leaving, so I think Dice is out this week. But that's it. They're all gone. Chief, Deputy Chief, I mean, they still could be back, though. It is early in the day, so they still could come back. I mean, it's... Actually, I don't know what time it was. It like 3:30? I haven't looked at the time in a little bit. It's probably like 3:30. But I know that they are not fans of me being allowed back in the building. I know they hate that. Well, that means Quinn might be leaving soon. If they're all leaving, Quinn might be leaving soon. And this is silly. The only way a citizen can talk about something with administration here at the Deland Police Department, unless you want to come give them a gift or say, oh, thank you so much for something great you did. If you want to talk to them about something real, good luck. They're not going to answer the calls. They're not going to answer your emails. They will not come down and talk to you in person. All you can do is wait outside and, maybe catch them when they're walking to their car. And then they're going to make a beeline for the car, and you're only going to have like a minute. But yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. For an administration to go through such lengths to hide from the public servants, hiding from the public, but only because of what they do. They create everything. I've never been here to start a problem. I've only been here ever to inquire about what they've done or to talk about what they've done. I never come here and bring problems. I don't come here and bring drama. I come here and say, hey, why did you create problems? Why did you create drama? Don't like it. I'm taking a second. Hold on. Trying to read some comments. You tried going to the police station to file a report, but they don't work there anymore? Who doesn't work there anymore? Oh, solid for sure. I sent the... Just trying to read a couple comments real quick. I want to catch... They know I want to catch them. I'm going to say I don't want to say what I want to do because they're watching, but... I do want to see what time it is. I think it's 3:30. Hey, somebody, what time is it? They are a bunch of drama queens. That they are. Especially here at Deland. Oh my God, drama queens. Good Lord. Like, this is the worst. I've said it before. This is the worst department that I've ever dealt with, I've ever encountered. worst department I've ever looked into, by far. Just the corruption, the cover-ups, and these aren't me making claims. These aren't me making claims. These are things that we've proven, we've documented beyond any doubt. So it's not, you know, I'm not making things up. It's just, it is, that's what it is. And I've never seen anything quite like it, like I've seen here at the Deland Police Department. Like nothing. Even Longwood. Longwood's pretty bad, but not as bad as this. They just do whatever they want. We got the Kingdom of Longwood and we got the Kingdom of Deland, and they're both absolutely terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But this one takes the cake. Absolutely takes the cake. I'm gonna go back inside in a second. But I know Kelly, Officer Kelly, is in some of these windows. You can see out here. He might be watching here too. I don't know. But he's gonna have to come up to the window here in a second because somebody else has just come up. So there's that. So now he's gonna have to go up to the window now. There they are. Maybe they're watching us watch them. Whoa, it's weird. Watching us watch them. The Land Police Department. Let's give them a second to come to the window and we'll pop in there. That's funny. As soon as I go in there and ask for Deputy Chief, he stayed here super late yesterday, right? And here's a funny thing too. I'll tell you another funny thing that they tell me from inside. They warn administration, they warn each other that I'm here and like to go out a side door or a back door or things like that. They literally, administration of a police department, public servant administrators at a police department, a citizen is here just to do record requests, maybe ask some questions about what they've done. Because of that, they're like, hey, psst, 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 this person is here, sneak out this side door. For what? For what? I'm not a threat, right? I have words, I have a camera. That's what they're afraid of because they're afraid of you. They're afraid of all of you. They're afraid of us. But isn't that ridiculous? Grown men in here giving warnings to people. Hey, this person's here. Sneak out. We even had one captain snuck out a side door because I was around back. And he went and took an old pool car, an old marked police car home and abandoned his marked Tahoe just to avoid me. Just a parking guy? No, it's just another random golf cart. Where am I? All right, let's come check on this one more time. Well, maybe not one more time. We might do it more than that, but let's see. We're gonna be sneaky. We're gonna sit down over here and see if Officer Kelly is coming back. You remember, this is kind of where it all started, where they started hating me because we put, remember what we did? We left some copies of their own internal investigation in here into Damon Clark. Go ahead and check that video. It's in the playlist. The one against Damon Clark. So Damon Clark is still a corporal here. Just fill in for people as we sit here and wait. Fill in for people who might not have been around back then. They don't know, haven't seen the video. Damon Clark worked a high school football game, worked like overtime at a football game with some other officers. They worked like security there. And he allegedly, other officers say that he was making inappropriate comments about the, students. And it disturbed them. And they went and reported it, and they did an internal investigation. And aside from that, they also said,
Okay, thank you.
they also said that, or they didn't also say that. The other officers talked about the inappropriate comments, but also what came out is he went to a domestic violence call, took the husband to jail, and then came back and gave the wife a shoulder to cry on, right? And then I guess the husband spent some time in jail, and the whole time he was in jail, Damon Clark continued to give the wife a shoulder to cry on after he took the husband to jail and started an inappropriate relationship. And allegedly, he had pictures, inappropriate pictures of that victim that he was taking advantage of, and was showing them to coworkers here at the police department. And they did the investigation. They said, hey, well, we don't believe that, I guess they didn't believe that he made the inappropriate comments about the students at the high school. He 100% did. This guy, we looked deep into him, he's a creep. And he's got a history of doing stuff like that. He got in trouble in the military for having an affair with a married woman, all this stuff, right? So he's one of those guys. Anyway, we won't get into that. But they didn't do anything to him. He still works here. They said, you know what? Unfounded. So essentially they're saying the other officers that went to them to say that he's making these inappropriate comments. Oh shit, Quinn just left. I just see Quinn driving away. Damn, we just missed him. They said it's not true. So essentially saying those other officers are lying. But nothing happened to those other officers that are allegedly lying. So that leads me to believe that they just wanted to wash it away, because nothing happened to Clark, nothing happened to the officers that I guess were lying according to their report, and they just washed it away. They never told the school or the school board that it allegedly went on there. I told them. But go back, see all those videos. It's, there's a long history of shade here. But anyway, what started all that, why I was saying it, because I was coming in here putting copies of their internal investigation into Damon Clark for the public to read. I was highlighting it. I made a whole bunch of copies of it, writing on there, property of Twisted Luck Truth. I was putting them here, putting them in here, putting them in there. As soon as it's only their own copies, right? Copies of their own report. I'm leaving it here for the public to leave. I would highlight it at the top, public, please read, right? Just leave some on the table. I'd walk out, administrators would come out here right away and take it away. Why would that be? Almost seems like might make some people think like you don't want people to know about that. It's their own investigation. If they got nothing to worry about, why wouldn't they want people to read this? So we did that over and over. I kept coming back, putting new copies. They kept taking them, and that was a whole fiasco as well. They don't want to own up. No accountability here at the Deland Police Department, none whatsoever. So Quinn left just now. Kelly is gone because the stuff is gone now. One more record request. One more thing, a little bit more on Officer Kelly, then we're gonna get out of here. Then we're gonna get out of here. And I appreciate you guys being here. We'll walk around one more time just to make sure we don't miss anything, but. Doobie-doobie-doo. Hey, just one more thing, because I'm gonna have to be specific. Can I add all discipline on record for Officer Kelly? Yeah, I didn't really think too much about it until I was like, hey, how come you're not a school resource officer anymore? And he's like, I don't know. So that sounds shady. But yeah, any discipline. Yep, I appreciate it. All right, have a good day. All right, so I see Officer Kelly. I think he's getting ready to leave. That's his. So, I'm gonna hang out for a minute. Because Kelly, I believe, is getting ready to head out of here. He's gonna come out of that door over there, most likely. And then we're gonna get out of here. One more thing, then we're gonna get out of here. But he grabbed all his stuff and he's getting ready to go. So it's probably like 4:30. I don't know what the hell time it is. They don't have a clock in there. I don't know what time it is. Somebody put in a comment what time it is. Well, I'm Eastern time, but I can figure it out depending on where you live. Is it 4 or is it 4:30? You're late playing catch up. That's all right. You can go back and watch some more later. This is actually good. There's some good stuff in here. Definitely go back and watch it. I came into Deland Police Department. We went inside Deland Police Department. Quick recap. After we've been trespassed from here, trespass is up a few days ago. It is, 3:50. It's not even 4 yet? Oh, hell. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. And ladies, whatever. I didn't see who did it, but thank you. Okay, well, that's cool. It's earlier than I thought. Yeah, a brief catch up. We came live to come back inside to the Deland Police Department because I was trespassed from here for a period of 365 days, and that was on November 7th of 2024, and now it's, after November 7th of 2025, so it's been more than 365 days. So we went inside, and what we saw in there, we tried to do a record request with an officer at the desk, and that didn't go well. This is why you always record. Worked out kind of cool that it was live, I guess. But that was my first interaction, I believe my first interaction with Officer Kelly, that I'm aware of anyway. And it didn't go well. He flunked with flying colors, I'll say that, with a capital F. He flunked. School resource officer. He was a school resource officer, and something happened. Something happened that caused him to no longer be a school resource officer, and an internal investigation. Now, he still works here, so you might say, well, it must not have been that bad. I don't know what kind of discipline he got, and they pulled him out and put him back on patrol. So it must not be that bad, right? Because he's still here. No, I told you about Damon Clark a minute ago. That was 2 years ago. He's still here. They typically, they don't like accountability here. They typically don't do anything unless the public gets aware and involved and a huge pain in their butt. Then maybe they'll do something. So I don't have any faith that just because Officer Kelly is still here, that it means that whatever he did wasn't horrific. Whatever he allegedly did wasn't horrific. It very well could be, because this is Deland, so, think about it. So what else have they done? Who have they, really, think about all these things we've looked at, and the lack of discipline. Who they will discipline, though, we have seen discipline. I'm gonna flip this back around again so you're not just talking to the wall. We have seen them discipline people they don't like, people that will not pledge allegiance to that blue line, which they boldly, proudly display their gang colors right here, right through their whole thing. The officers that don't pledge allegiance, some of you must remember Corporal Spires. He was on light duty because of an injury sustained here because of retaliation. So he was always at the front desk here. So we got to talk to him a lot. I miss talking to him. But he would not back that blue line. He would not back the administration. He would be real. He spoke truth. He spoke reality. So it's no wonder that he had been so heavily retaliated against. He had turned in another officer. Wrongdoing against another officer, some things that he knew that they did, he turned them in. He spoke up. He didn't pledge allegiance to the blue line, the blue wall of silence. For that, immediately the retaliation began. He didn't have any write-ups, anything like that until that, and it was immediate. Right, like almost right away, he got a 5-page verbal reprimand. How that works, 5 pages verbally, I don't know, but they did it for him. And there was just one thing after another. So those are the type of people that they will discipline, the ones that they don't want here, the ones that refuse to pledge allegiance to the blue line instead of the people. They're here, they want the people here, this administration, Deland Police Department, the people that they want here are the ones that aren't going to speak up. They're gonna keep quiet. They're not gonna tarnish an image. And it's a false image. Well, I mean, we're showing you the real image, but that's why they hate me, because I'm showing you the real image. And they want the false image. They want they say it's my fault. I make them look bad. Captain Dice, we had a conversation one day back there in the back of the police department. It's in a video here. For almost an hour. In that, he said that I was going to edit it, try to make him look bad, and which is that It's not what I do. I can't, I hold the camera. If you look bad, you did it, I promise. He said, oh, you're gonna edit things out. So just for that, I'm gonna put out this whole conversation. I'm not even gonna edit it. People are gonna have to sit through all the pain of the whole hour-long nonsense. And it was just lots of nonsense. And so I did that. I just played our conversation. So still from that, they got a lot of negative attention. They got emails, they got calls. People took it upon themselves to voice their concerns based on his words, his actions. He sends out a long email to all of his officers after that to say, see how these people are, me to me. We try to have a polite conversation with them and they turn it negative. We get all, that's my fault, he says. Instead of realizing that the people are reacting to what you said, what you did, it's me because I held the camera. It's time for some reflection. It's time to reflect. I think we're gonna hang out just here a couple minutes. Everybody else is getting the hell out of here. We're gonna hang out. Actually, you know what? I can't give away my cards because they're watching. I'll stay here till 5. I'll stay here till 5. Well, who knows? Maybe he's one too that'll sneak out a back door, like the administrators do. Administrators sneak out the back door just because I'm standing out here, take a different car home for the day. If you came in late, make sure you go back and see the beginning of this video. That was pretty interesting. But I've got a lot more to share about this department. I got so many new things about this department, more than I can keep up with. Way more than I can keep up with. I get information about this department more than any department ever. And it comes in all the time. And I know some of the sources who send that information. I know you're watching right now, and I appreciate you. The people appreciate you, because without you, this would be more difficult. It would be more difficult. I don't know, what's this? This employee or something? How you doing? Oh, what the hell that is. You catch those high waters in those socks. I think he had Lilo and Stitch socks on and some high waters. I don't think he realized the high waters. I don't know if he works here or not, but that's kind of funny. He just threw on the suit jacket. Kind of funny. We'll pop in here again. I'm pretty sure Kelly is away from the front desk for the day because of us, because we're here, but we'll check. Were you looking for me?
No.
Oh, I didn't know if maybe you were looking for me. Look, they opened the door for somebody else. That was a door of, remember, that's the deadly door though. Ooh, watch out for that door. That's the door they trespassed me from, or with. Yeah, different car, I know, probably a different car. Yeah, this is a public service. We do appreciate the good ones. We rely on the good ones. And for clarity, I want to say something that I touched on a little bit ago when we first got here. That relates to when I was trespassed from here. Some people might consider themselves a good cop, right? Because they don't do the things that they see the bad ones doing. For one, if they're seeing those things and they're not speaking up against those things, they might as well be the bad one themselves. They might as well be doing it themselves. But also, like in the case of that trespass, if you consider yourself a good one, and I have a feeling that Corporal Harris did consider himself a good one. I could tell he didn't want to trespass me. I could tell he knew it was wrong. We talked about it at the beginning of this live. We talked about it in other videos, but just touching on it here, so I'm not going to get deep into it. But he knew it was wrong. He didn't agree with it. and he considered himself a good one. But he was told, hey, come out here and do this. And he even said, hey, I'm just doing what I'm told. And he just came out and did it, man. That was really disappointing. But the point is, if you consider yourself one of the good ones and you just blindly follow orders, regardless of what they are, you agree or not, that you're not even true to yourself. You can't even respect yourself if that's the case. But I've got news for you. You are not one of the good ones. If that's you, if that describes you, definitely 100% not one of the good ones. It's not you. One of the good ones would have spoken up and say, hey, Captain, that's not, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. Can't do it. Sorry. And if they had any respect or ethics, they'd be like, okay, I understand. And the tyrant could go do it himself. But instead, if you choose to just blindly follow orders, hey, man, what am I going to do? I just got to do what I'm told. What kind of person are you? What kind of person, not even just a cop, but what kind of person are you? If you're just going to do what some other man tells you to do, even if you don't like it, even if you don't agree with it, you think it's wrong, but you're going to do it anyway, I got nothing for you. So any kind of respect I might have had was lost that day. And Corporal Harris, I've seen him a few times since then. He gives me stink eye. He gives me stink eye now. I didn't do it. You did it. You did it, not me. I showed the video of what happened. And some people might have had some opinions that align with mine based on what you did, but you made that choice, not me. You did it. You did it. I know this is what's his name's car. Oh, look at that. You see that? You know what that is, right? Can you see that? This is a public service. Foshin, you still in here? Other people know too, but what's that right there? Those are face prints. Face prints right there on the side of this car. That's exactly what that is. Someone's face has been pressed right here, side of their face. Pressed right there. That's what that is. And I'm almost certain this is Kelly's car. It doesn't sit in a school parking lot anymore because he's not a school resource officer anymore. For some reason, he said he doesn't know. That tells me, that makes me feel like it's a really shady thing. We asked Officer Kelly why he's not a school resource officer anymore. He said he doesn't know. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. He said he didn't even know what I'm talking about. He said he didn't know why. And I asked him, well, there was an internal investigation, wasn't there? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I'd like to submit a record request for that internal investigation. That dude said no. He said no. Well, I'm not going to do it. He's like, no, you want to get my discipline. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep public records from you. Oh, I think I just heard another acorn fall. Scary, scary. You guys watch my back. Anybody shows up behind me. No, I'm not going to give you the public records. That's funny. When Corporal Spires worked at that desk before he retired, I came in one day and I asked for his discipline as public record. No problem. He put it right in. Turns out all that discipline was retaliation, but still, it's a public record. So Officer Kelly, if you don't like the public record, that doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's still public record. We can still have it. But it makes me, I don't know, his reactions to that. What do you think? Let me know what you think. But the way he reacted to that made it seem a bit more shady. Can't believe it's only 4 o'clock. I thought it was like 4:30. You guys told me it was 3:50. I didn't intend to stay here this long, but I also didn't intend to run into everything we ran into. And I know he's probably waiting to dip out that door as soon as we come in here. Just like Quinn did. And 100% that's what Quinn did. I would have loved to catch him. So Quinn, we'll do this. We'll do this. Captain Quinn, I know you're either watching or you will see this. Or it'll get back to you, but what happened on your bike? How'd you dump that bike? Did they drug test you like they're supposed to? Was there any documentation of the damage to the bike or the dumping of the bike? And I think some people got cell phone video of it, so we're working on that. I guess people were laughing at him. What the person told me is he dumped the bike allegedly because of an illegal maneuver he did on the bike to get around somebody parking, and dumped it, and people were laughing at him. So a business owner actually emailed me that from over there where it happened. Dooby-dooby-doo. We saw his, last time I was in here, I saw Kelly's reflection walking over there. Actually, maybe it wasn't his reflection, maybe it was actually him. I saw it like right in there. So that's funny, he was right here, but now because, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. Just so silly. Hello.
Hi.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Oh, you're still here? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
You still in records?
Yes.
Okay, I just haven't seen you. Officer Kelly leave for the day?
He's around.
He's just hiding back there?
No.
Yeah. He's just hiding back there. No. She said no, he's not hiding. He's hiding. Kelly, you're hiding. Let's not fool people, you're hiding. Well, look at that mug, huh? I wish we could turn his picture around. You can see that ponytail he's grown out. Anybody remember the picture I put in there? Because all these pictures were in here, but this is just a blank frame with his name on it. Like this was there and that was here, but this was just blank for a long time. So I drew a picture and put it in there for him. And you believe never once did they say thank you? Never once. And it stayed there for weeks, I think, before they realized it. Weeks before they realized it. All right. I think I'm going to get out of here. I do have other stuff to do as well. I may hang out for a couple minutes after. I'm not going to sit here and go live and bore you and just, because who knows if anything else will come up. If it does, guarantee I'll record it, and you'll see it later. But I don't want to just bore you and just talk you to death without anything interesting to look at. But I appreciate you guys being in here, and ladies, guys, gals, everybody being in here. Pretty interesting stuff. Go back to the beginning and watch it if you missed the front. And now I have a whole brand new curiosity about Officer Kelly. So stay tuned for that. We're definitely going to be looking into that, especially since his reaction. It's more shady to me now than it originally was before we saw him today. His reaction was telling, interesting. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to turn off the live. I'm going to hang out for a few minutes and see what happens. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Definitely stay tuned. There's a lot more. I dropped a couple of things on you today that I've learned about the Deland Police Department. I've got videos of some of these things. I've got documents. I've got records. I've got a lot of things to go along with stuff I told you about and more. So stay tuned. A lot of that's going to be coming out. And the administration there, they don't like it. They don't want you to know about it. So make sure you see it. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. Where's the end button? We're still here. I think that's the end button. There it is.